Ladies and gentlemen, we got to break down the stock market. What else is new, right? It's currently 11:30 a.m. on the East Coast, and we're actually mostly in the red right now. We have the Russell down 1.5. We have the NASDAQ 100 down 0.2%. We have the Dow down about 0.16%, and we have the S&P being the only green one up about 0.1%, with the VIX up over 2%. Again, it's about 11:30 a.m. So we got to break down what's going on, the large cap stocks I'm looking at, what I'm doing. So hit the like button, subscribe, join my Patreon if you guys want, and make sure to get your 5 stocks from Moomoo, each of which could be valued up to $3,500. Use my link down below. Make sure to deposit $100, and you could get those stocks from Moomoo. And again, my Patreon, join it if you want. That's also linked down below. And with that being said, let's talk. So the markets, if you guys have been paying attention, have been ripping the past couple of days, ever since Friday. So we had a green day Friday, Monday, and yesterday, and a lot of this could be attributed to good old Apple. Apple did well with earnings, and we had Google yesterday absolutely destroy earnings. We had EPS beat, revenue beat, and of course, the stock split, the 20-for-1 stock split that they announced. That is huge news, and that ended up shooting up the markets even more after market hours yesterday, on top of the green day that the markets had yesterday, right? And I've been thinking this to myself the past couple of days, and I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer. I don't want to sound like a perma bear or somebody that thinks the markets are destined to collapse. I'm not any of that, guys, but I'm just thinking critically right now, right? Why are the markets running right now? The markets are running because, and I kind of mentioned this on my Patreon video this morning, the markets are running, and they have been, because A, it's a sigh of relief rally after the Fed meeting. B, we had Apple's earnings, which were great. Nice beat. That shot the markets up, as Apple is the biggest company in the world. And C, we had Google yesterday report earnings. Now, we have Facebook, I believe today, Amazon, maybe tomorrow, one of these days. And the good news, I feel like, is slowly starting to dry up. And I'm not saying that we're not going to get good news maybe next week, 2 weeks from now. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But as of now, the good news is slowly wearing out. That's just the reality of the matter. And it seems like the rally is starting to cool off as well. Earlier in the day, we had Triple Q up. I think it was up almost 2% pre-market. And you guys can see on this intraday chart, Triple Q's gone from 372 and it just hit about 364. So it's gone down about 2% from the pre-market high to the intraday low. So that's a pretty big drop. We had SPY go down about from 457.40 pre-market to about 453 intraday low. That dropped about 1%, and you guys can see it's clearly downtrending on the intraday chart for SPY and for Triple Q. So I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. I'm trying to think critically here, and I want to know, what do you guys think about that? Drop me a comment. Do you think the good news, at least in the short term, is gone? The rally's been exhausted. Do you think we might see more volatility and selling pressure over the next couple of days? I personally think it's possible, especially if we do see Google continue to sell off a bit. Look at this. Google's currently down about 120 points, $120 from the all-time high, which just hit this morning, by the way, guys. Or was that yesterday? Let me double check. That was this morning. We hit $3,060. Now we're down about to $29.40. So this one's already down about 4%. If this continues to fall in the short term, we already have Apple down. I mean, Apple's in the red today. PayPal's down 25%. We're not going to get into that. That is just ridiculous. But a lot of these large caps are getting a hit today. If Microsoft goes red, which it's now up 0.6, and Google starts to take a hit later in the day, this might drag the markets down even further. So that's what's going on. Russell, small caps, they're down 1.6 right now. We're seeing resistance on SPY and Triple Q right by the 4-hour 180 SMA on both of these, both of these ETFs. So what do you think? Drop me a comment. Make sure to hit the like button if you guys are finding value in this video as always. And now let's go over my watch list and kind of see what's going on. So me personally, let me pull up my iPad here, guys, because I do want to go on Yahoo Finance and talk about PayPal for a second here. Me personally, I was selling, I sold covered calls earlier. That's the only moves that I've made so far today. I sold covered calls on, Intel, and I believe DraftKings, so I am getting a little bit of premium there, and I think my DraftKings covered calls that I sold, I'm already up like 50-60% on those, so I might even close those out later today, but then again, they expire on the 4th in 2 days, on Friday, so I might as well just let those expire worthless. I did I think I sold the $25 calls, maybe $24.50, I forget. But yeah, that's what I did today, nothing crazy. So let me pull up my finance app, my Yahoo Finance app, and now that I'm looking at it, UNH is up today. Whoa. That was on my, it popped up on my Yahoo Finance. Before we talk about PayPal, look at this UNH chart. This looks pretty good, actually. On the 4-hour, it looks like we're currently testing about 475, which I've mentioned before for the stock, United Health Group. 475 is a big resistance. If we break out of there, this will probably see some buying pressure. I think it's probably going to start ripping up from there. Maybe we start going 500, 505, 510 again. That's possible. So good thing I caught this because this is a good chart. You guys gotta put this on your watch list. UNH, put your alerts at 475. So I have PayPal pulled up here. Let's talk a little bit about this. This is insane. PayPal is currently down 25% on the day. It is down. This is nuts because it's down 60% from the all-time highs, and it is now down to where I originally started. Actually, that's not true. I started buying PayPal under $100 about two years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And it's now getting dang near close to that. I mean, that's the crazy part. Let me pull up this 3-year chart. You guys can see back before the March 2020 crash, PayPal was trading at about 100, 110. It was in the 90s a little bit. Like I said, that's when I started buying. And it went all the way to 300. Now it's all the way back down to about 130. That goes to show that, and I've talked about this in a recent video, going all in on one stock, being very concentrated on even 2 or 3 stocks, it could get you huge returns if you're right. But if you're wrong in the short term at least, or even in the long term, that'd be even worse in the long term if you're wrong. But if you're wrong, you could get decimated, guys. You can get destroyed. I mean, again, PayPal's down 25%, and I'm a shareholder of PayPal, and the truth is I'm barely even feeling this. You know, that's the truth, because I am diversified in my portfolios, and I don't even feel this massive drop. In fact, I'm close to buying more PayPal. You know, I'm close to averaging down. Why not? At this point in time, I believe in it long term. It's seeing some short-term turmoils. You know, numbers aren't looking that great. But now the valuation is getting a bit more reasonable. Right now, the PE ratio is a 31 trailing 12 months. And it was, I remember at the peak, the PE was like a 70 and 80, which was just ridiculous. Now it's at 31 for pretty decent growth. I think that's not bad. I think it's reasonable. I think, what's PayPal growing? PayPal's got to be growing revenues at least, I should know this, but I forget off the top of my head. It's got to be double digit, though. It's got to be double digit revenue growth, maybe low double digits. That's what they're growing, or maybe more. I don't even know. I got to double check that. But overall, PayPal's getting destroyed. These are times if you want to buy a stock, I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you to buy PayPal, but times like these are where you should be buying the stock, point blank, period. You know, when the stock's getting destroyed, not when the stock is going to all-time highs. That's just the reality of the matter. So PayPal, 31 trailing 12-month PE, short-term turmoil, might be an interesting play over the next 1-2 years as things, in my opinion, will turn around. So 60% down, that is unreal. And let's go back to Triple Q. Let's see what's going on here, because it does seem like it is selling off even more since I started this video. And if I pull up this 5-day, let's see what the 5-day chart looks like. 5-day chart, believe it or not, looks like we're holding an uptrend for triple Q. You know, if this collapses under, let's say, 363, 360 flat, if it gets under there, that is where the bleeding could really start accelerating. But as long as we're holding this trend, bulls have a fighting chance on this 5-day, 5-minute. Same for SPY, I'm guessing. Let's see. Yeah, same for SPY. SPY's holding the uptrend on the 5-day as well. So keep your eyes on the 5-day for SPY and triple Q. If SPY breaks under 450, back into the 440s, that's going to be bearish in the short term. If triple Q, like I said, breaks under maybe 360, back into the 350s, that is going to be very bearish in the short term. So what do you guys think? Again, I'd love to know your opinions. Do you think this rally has been exhausted? All the good news has come out. I know we have Amazon and Facebook later this week, guys. We have Facebook today after market hours. Let's see here. Yeah, it's today. We have Amazon, I believe, tomorrow. So after these come out, all of big tech would have reported. Do you think we're going to see a sell-off after that? I think it's possible. So, yeah, drop me a comment, hit the like button if you all found value, and make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to join my Patreon if you want all my buys, sells, call-outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon, link down below, or you guys can go to StockSurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your 5 stocks from Moomoo. That's linked down below. All you have to do is use that link, deposit $100, and you could get up to 5 stocks, each of which are valued up to $3,500. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. Peace out.